In today's video, I am going to get better at using DropFiles, which is a file download manager from JoomUnitied. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch and Work live stream number 194 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also work on Joomla sites, build them, maintain them, migrate them to Joomla 4. So if you're looking to hire someone short-term, long-term, or even to get you out of a spot, send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com. Today's video is brought to you by our channel sponsor, mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru and get a free site audit for your Joomla site. And while you're there, check out all the tools and information that'll save you time and money managing one or multiple Joomla sites. And a shout out to Phil Taylor, who has COVID again. I just saw that on social media this morning, so it's not a secret. Anyways, so the site that we're going to look at today is the Orleans Church of Christ site. They're a new client that I have. It's a Joomla 3 site. We're going to get them ready for migration to Joomla 4. They have been using a plugin to display PowerPoint slides inside of their articles, but PowerPoint presentations, but it doesn't work for Joomla 4. And so we're going to set them up with DropFiles, which I really like for a file manager in Joomla, because not only does it have some cool features within it, you can also link it to Dropbox or OneDrive or Google Drive. So you could actually be updating sites without even going on the website, which would be great if you have other people that are helping you with work like that, or board members that are uploading minutes, or you just change things. Anyways, so Michael Davis, Pastor Michael Davis, is in the chat this morning, and yeah, let's get right to it. All right, first of all, I need to change my screen here. There we go. Now change my glasses. Lots of people in chat this morning, and that is great to see you all. Let's see who we have here. Stan, hello from France. Stan says hello back from the left coast of Canada. There's Michael Davis, not related to Tim Davis. We have the same father. That's a joke amongst Christians. Hi, Tim and all from Imran. Hello, Imran, Bjorn, Stefan, Ivor. Ivor, are you back from your trip? And as we said, Bjorn, Michael is there, and William is there. Wow, lots on here. So yeah, let's check this out. Here is their website, and they're using they're using Protostar. So that's going to make it easy for the migration, although we're going to hook them up with something from Template Creator CK. Just preacher. Oh, Michael says not pastor, just preacher. All right. All right. So we are. This is the JoomUnitied site. This is a for pay extension, but I already have it. You see down here, ready to install. But JoomUnitied DropFiles. Let me paste the link in there. And I was going to call this the first look, but I've used this before. So really, I think it's our first look on the channel at this extension. But I have used it before, but I need a refresher on it before I start doing things. Plus, as you notice, I'm way behind on videos that I need to be making for people. So let's install. We're in the back end of the site here. Extensions, manage, and install. And we will upload the package file. I hope this works. I haven't tested this yet. There we go. Michael's actually, the church is going to be hosting with me. I'm going to be moving them to my server soon. But there we go. So everything has installed, and we can sort of get an idea of some of the things, even just by going down this list that we can look for later on. Here we see down here, there's a link for JCE, so there must be a DropFiles button that can go in JCE. That's pretty good. DropFiles for a number of things, K2, a tree, table. I know that DropFiles has a lot of layouts for things as well. So why don't we just have a look at this here. That's components and DropFiles. And we'll get to the control panel here, and we'll see what we have. Now, and first thing I noticed on the right hand side is we have a theme that you can pick, and these are for the layouts. If someone goes to the whole file repository, if they're going to let's fix this here a little bit here. Yeah, if they're going to look at all of the files to pick one to download, then you have some different layouts that you can do here. So why don't we just go? We'll go with the default for now. Access level over here allows who is going to have access to viewing this. And we mouse over access level, which can see this category, and that's a good clue for us because categories here are folders in the sense that we have categories in Joomla, and that's where we assign articles. But categories here are different folders, and we will set those up. And then so who has public access? Who has access to view this on the front of the page? And then of course we're disappearing in behind my camera here. If I turn that off, down here, order, ascending, margin. You can set margin for things. Okay, good. You want to show subcategories when people are viewing this folder in the front. Show the category title. Show breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. Someone asked yesterday, what are breadcrumbs? And basically, breadcrumbs. Remember leaving a trail of crumbs to find your way back in the forest. Who was it that did that? Was it? It wasn't Hansel and Gretel, was it? Anyways, there's a story where someone leaves a trail of breadcrumbs to find their way back out of a forest. And so breadcrumbs just shows the path of where you're on the site. So if you're three categories deep, it will show where you are, and you can find your way back to the upper one. And okay, so do you want to show the folder tree? Lots of layout things here. Show a download link. So here's your control just for this category, and of course we have this new category here. Now that's down the right hand side for formatting these categories. All right, let me just snap my finger, and bring myself back. We'll see right away over here in this category, when we mouse over, we have the option to edit, and we can edit the name. So why don't we call this let's call this PowerPoint. PowerPoint presentations. All right, so now we have that. Now we have the option for us to add some files to this folder that we've just created. So why don't we get something uploaded there? I have prepared on my other screen here a PowerPoint presentation from my Joomla Day USA talk last year. And then also I was doing, I guess I moved them both here. I don't know why they're dated in November, but I must have moved them. So I'm going to take this one file here, and I'm going to just drag it onto here. Look at that. Drop here to upload. And I'm going to release. It uploads. And now I have this PowerPoint presentation right here in this folder. And what else can I do with it here? I think that's all I need to do. I don't know if I have to save the settings, so why don't we just refresh the page? No, it's in there, and that is good. All right, so let's new article. Let's go content, articles, add new article. I'm going to right click and open a new tab so we can leave this open. And let's look for a new button for DropFiles, and we see that down here, DropFiles. All right, files, DropFiles. So let's just create a test article. Test. I'll just call this test article. I'll take it off, Michael, afterwards. And let's say here is a test. Here is Tim's PowerPoint. So basically, this would represent any content that we would have up there. So it might be the message, in this case for a sermon, or on a website. Maybe if you are selling info, or maybe you're putting whatever file that you want someone to download. Doesn't have to be a PowerPoint. They would put it here. Here's Tim's PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Now I'm going to put a new line. We'll scroll down. I can just close this bottom bar here. We'll scroll down to the Files, Drop Files button. And now we have this option to navigate to where the file is that we want to include for download. So we're just going to click on that. Now notice, as we click on that, over on the right hand side, a bunch of options open up. And this is where we can change the information that's associated with that. And maybe I could have done that when I uploaded if I clicked on it. We'll check that. But here we go, Joomla presentation beginning slides. I could put a bit of a description. I'll just type this. This is a description. And now the created time. Now that was uploaded today, but I know that this presentation is from, I don't know, I think it was April 2022. So let's just pretend that the date was April 20th, 2022. Now I know that's 420, but I picked that because that's my daughter's birthday. It's okay. Don't worry, everybody. When it was modified, so for instance, if you're uploading, a file and it was created on a certain date, but it's been modified, you could change that date. Look, just like in articles, we have this option here. We can say start publishing today. Maybe you don't want this to show up on your site until a certain day. You can set what date it'll start. And this is the option for people who want maybe the file to be available only for a week. You can say finish publishing, take it off on a date. Other things that we can put in there. Now look, it says additional categories. Interesting, we only have one category or folder right now, so we can't select something. But it looks like you could add this to multiple categories. So you might have a category of files that relate to Christmas. Or you might have, let's say this was a site about cars and car repair. You would have files related to tires, wheels. Maybe you're just tagging for these different files for people to search. So that is very interesting. Whoops. I clicked up at the top there. Time to make me disappear too, as we scroll down here. Let's click on that. There we go. That was my mistake. And I didn't save that, so this is a description. All right. Now, tags. Interesting. There might not be tags on this site yet. This might be Joomla tags, so we'll have to check that out. What if I type in here? I wonder if I can make a tag by... Oh, I created a tag there. Okay. Excellent. All right, so type in there, you can create tags for linking things together. Now, this is really interesting here. Notice the file direct link. Here is a URL right here. This is the direct link if you were going to email someone to download this. So for instance, if I copy this, all right, the full URL, and I paste it up here, that goes to where I can now download that file. Very interesting. Now, it may turn out to be that we want this direct link to place somewhere inside of an article or to give to someone. Although I think what we're going to want to do is insert this link here and then into the article, because I suspect that there will be, I'm wondering if there's a code that points to this PowerPoint. And even if we move it to other locations, it will always remember where this PowerPoint is. We'll see that. And then down here at the bottom, I could actually install, I could put another file and replace the version of this without having to change any of the setup. And so, and I believe it might not necessarily need to have a different name either. Anyway, so lots of options here. So I'm going to save for all those settings that we did. And now, because we have it highlighted, it says insert this file. When we click on insert this file, now it is present inside of this. We have this graphic representation of what's going to be there. Now, how are we going to find this on the page? Michael, just quickly, I'm going to just say yes and put this on the front page. just so that we can find it. So let's save this, and we will preview. And okay, so this is let's see. Let's see, what can we put this in? Let's go complete sermons. Is this a oh yeah, so let's put this in the complete sermons category. That's how we can find it for now. All right, so complete sermons. Okay, and then I won't feature this. We'll save this. All right, so now we will go to complete sermons. And here down at the bottom, here's the article that I made as a test. Let's see how this looks. There you go. Now, so here we have, here's the content, and here is the name of it. Joomla presentation, beginning slides. And if someone were to click on here, it will let me download the slides to my computer. And now you've got a great button there. Now, of course, that's the title I gave. So you would give the title for what the message is for, Michael, or anybody using this. You would put this and say, you know, tire repaired chart, or wool order numbers, or anything that you would have people downloading. Yeah, Bjorn, I think oh, is it still featured? I will double check to make sure. Oh, it is still featured. Thank you. I'm going to be taking this off anyways. But there you go. There you've got a really nice look at how the, just to put a link to download the PowerPoint there. Now, it says preview. I'm curious about that. Let's see. And this is previewing. Oh my goodness, well look at that. That is previewing the actual slides from my presentation. Very interesting. Now this of course is not, well maybe someone wants to preview and see what it is. If you were, now what Michael's going to be doing is having the recordings of his sermons on here as well. So someone's not necessarily going to maybe just preview, but it is good to let you see what's in there. Yes, Imran, yes, I did it, Imran. Boy, you guys are way ahead of me. So, that is a really easy way to add a link. Yeah, now, so articles. So what we did was we created a new article, and we just went down to the DropFiles button, and we picked what we want to do in there. So that's how to add a link to a PowerPoint presentation. Now, we'll probably want to look and maybe make this a different color and do things. Yes, Michael, it is wonderful and simple. That's why, yeah. I think there's, well, for instance, I see at some point you had on your, oh, let's see here. Oh, yeah, down here I notice you have a button too for Foca download files. So we'll have to see what you've got in there. Yeah, so it is really, really nice. Now let's, okay, so I'm going to just unpublish, well, let's see here. And since we're doing the watch and work thing here, let's go into DropFiles, and hey, we never even looked at configuration up here. How about that? That would be a good place to look. Oh my goodness, look at this crazy, all these options here. All right, let's put me back on here, just so people know things are happening if they're watching. Allowed extensions. So if there was a file that you wanted to upload and it said the extension wasn't allowed, you could add it here. Single user restriction. Add the possibility to give access to a file for a single user to pick up from Joomla users. Oh, interesting. So we could turn this on, and then on that PowerPoint file we could say, hey, this file should only be allowed for Tim Davis to download, or for somebody else. Interesting. File importer. Add a file importer to import files from your server into DropFiles categories. All right, that I'm interested in, because let me just show you, and this is something I'll be working on the site here, if we close this, let's take a look at a most recent article. Let's look at one of these other ones here. I think this will be it. Let's see. We need to find a page that has the PowerPoint embedded in it. Nope, that's not one. Let's see here. Maybe this is it. Is there a PowerPoint on here? No, those are MP3s. They're getting close. Let's try this one here. Yes, there we go. Fishermen to mountain climbers. I got, Michael says, well, I got lesson 4. Let's do that one here. Fishermen. Let's filter up here. Fishermen. Fishermen to mountain climbers. Okay. Now, if we look here, this is how Michael has been putting PowerPoint presentations inside. And we have Aerodoc Engine. So Aerodoc Engine is a plugin that he was using. That's the one that doesn't work for Joomla 4. And this creates a almost like an iframe, and it shows the PowerPoint presentations right in it. So what we're going to be doing is, because this is going to be a lot of work to manually go through and change all of this so that people can still download these PowerPoints once the site is moved to Joomla 4. But probably in the subject of another video, I'm going to do a bunch of finding and replacing, and I'm going to be putting in the code that will turn all of these into a download link, and I'll probably want to do it with DropFiles. Now, since looking at the configuration, we see that we can import files from the server into DropFiles categories. That's very interesting, because what I want to do is the files that are on the server in the existing website, I want to import them into DropFiles so that they are all there using the same tool. Actually, I still don't have my cold. I'm just yeah, it's just how I am in the morning, Michael. Bjorn says, why not have the article? Why not have the article not being allowed to search engine robots, just in case they are snooping? Oh, my one. Yes, that's true. He is at that's Bjorn's suggestion here. If I go to content and articles and open here and we clear, and basically we go into test article, we go to publishing, and we say robots, no index, no follow. So that's just in case Google goes by here and they don't add this. That's a good point about that article. Good. Oh, I already had that open over here, didn't I? No, I didn't. All right, great. So we'll leave that open there. All right, so anyways, I'm going to be doing some finding, replacing, and updating all these pages with a tool so that Michael doesn't have to go in and change every one of these manually. Okay, so DropFiles. All right, so file importer. Why don't we play around with that if we can. Now, add a remote file. Allow users to add distant file to be downloaded from a URL. So people could add a file from far away, from off of the server, and that could be added. That's a neat feature. We might not look at that one right now. Maximum upload size, great, 256. Category owner. You add user as a category owner. Okay, so the category folders can belong to someone if we want. The default category restriction. Oh, you can do access level or user group. Okay, that's if people have so you can have groups that have the same you can have multiple groups that have access that they share to things, but maybe you only want the user group to have access to something. Yes, Michael. Yeah, Michael's been wondering how to change this year's PowerPoints. Well, we'll do something in bulk. Close categories. Close file categories by default when the component is loaded. That must be if whether they are open in the display. Use the WYSIWYG editor. Oh, in the file description. Interesting. Yeah, why don't we do that? And version numbering. Okay, so let's just save that. So that is That's just for the admin. Now for the front end, here are the files that you can offer a preview for. The root URL used for file downloads, for example, files. So that's for your SEO URL. Great. Load the theme in a category. Download the category. Allow users to download all the files from a category as a global zip. Wow, that's interesting. So you could have, you could have some documents in here that people can look and get one of. But if it's like, hey, I want to download them all, they can get them all. Display empty folders. Sure, why not? Open PDFs in the browser. So you want to open the PDFs instead of the Google Drive viewer. Oh, interesting. Google Documents viewer for file preview. Lightbox, open in a tab, or no. All right. Date format, year, month, date. Funny thing, because up in Canada, we do day, month, year. But I like for sorting, when I name files, I sort them year, month, day, because then when you sort them alphabetically or numerically, they still are in the proper chronological order. JoomUnitied preview server. Generate file preview automatically using external server. Supported files. Let me just move this here. Generate file preview automatically using external server. Oh, okay. So if you're previewed, you want to use an external server. If we do this, regenerate all files, preview thumbnails using a preview server. Interesting. And there's a log here. Nice. Okay. Custom icon. Possibility to upload a custom image or icon for single files. And all right. And that's on the front end. So if you wanted to have a custom icon, all right. Interesting. Well, we won't do that just yet. And advanced download function. Read file or freed. Whoever that is. Vinny says back when you had DOS, you only had 8 characters. Yeah. So you had all your files organized in order. Yeah, Vinny's that old. We're all that old. Track user download. So this would keep track of who has downloaded things if you wanted to do that. Google Drive sync logs and Google Analytics download tracking. So this would, Google Analytics would track what has been downloaded. All right, well, let's save that. Now that's the front. Let's go and see what options we have for search. Plain text search if they're looking for a file. Filter display, exclude categories from search. All right, that's just the one category we have. Display tag as. Okay, search box or check boxes. Is there, Imran asks, is there any limitations for a user for the maximum number of downloads of any file within a certain time? Yeah, good question. I didn't see anything for that yet, but maybe that's on the individual file. We can check, and we have some settings here still to get to. All right, filter by category. So in the search engines, filter by tag, filter by creation, files per page, and results. Okay. Themes. Now here's where we can do, you can change the themes. So the background download link, we can change that there. Show the folder tree. Why don't we just do that? And margin. So if we get into some design themes, then we'll do that. That's for the default theme. For the GDD theme, whichever that is, that's where your options are. A table theme and a tree theme. So we'll play around with some of these themes by making a download area. Okay, now I'm just going to save that. Now it looks like we have a clone theme, which means that you can clone a theme. Okay, so you could make your own theme here, give it a name. You can copy the theme from one of the ones we just saw, and then you end up with a list of themes of your own there. Interesting. Single file. Aha, now for a single file, here's the background color. So watch, I think if we do this, let's make this blue. All right. Okay, that'll update when we go low. Background hover cover. When we hover, it will go, let's just go red. The font color is white, and the hover color with red will be, since this is a live site, we will just, let's make it black. All right, 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, so now let's save this. I bet you now when we go back to the test article, when we refresh, I thought that would change that. Let's just see. Oh, there we go. Oh, it didn't change to black, but now when we mouse over, it changes to red. So I must not, oh, the background color did not change. There we go. And now we can go here and Control Shift and R. And now the box looks a lot nicer. And we'll change this box to be color that goes with branding with the new template. But there you go. Mouse over. Now notice the text is not turning black because that's all link. So hover color doesn't, we can't change the link color here. Let's change that blue a little bit though. That's just a little too blue. That's a little bit too bright. All right, so anyways, great place. All right, I really like it when extension has the controls right there. Imran says, unless it will allow bots to download unlimited time of files and create server-side server problem. Yeah, I guess if bots were going crazy and downloading stuff. Well, let's see here. Cloud connection. So this is where you can create a cloud connection for Google Drive, first of all, or Dropbox, or OneDrive Personal, or OneDrive Business. So even though we would be putting individual links into your articles, if anybody using this extension, later on, if you have a link that shows all of the articles that are in a particular folder, someone could upload articles to a Dropbox folder and they'll show up here on the site, I think. Well, I know that's what the plan is. And whether that does it manually or automatic. Automatic is probably yeah, this would be something to play around with. But anyways, it has that option. I don't think we'll do that today because it's going to take a lot for me to create these things. Although I probably could do one in Dropbox today. All right, now import. Here we go. Okay, so if you are already using another Joomla extension, you want to switch to this, they have the option to import. Now, DocMan, eDocMan, and JDownload are not here, but there is Foca Downloads, but there's no categories, so it probably is not set up. But we could see what's there. Yeah, so there's no Foca Download. Foca Download might actually just be installed and nothing in there. Oh, the font color is the link color, Bjorn points out. Good. Email notification. Let's see. Sender name, DropFiles, sender email. Oh, I wonder what the notifications are. Send notifications to the user that owns the file. Hello, Prashant. I guess this, when a file has been added, okay, you can get an email saying, hey, a file has been added, and you can notify the category owner or notify the Joomla super admin. So this would be for those of us that have sites, and maybe we make it possible for people to log in and add files, but we want to make sure they're behaving, so we get an email that says, hey, Tim Davis has added a file. Okay, and Michael says, okay, Michael's never used Foca and he needs an email page for folks to contact us. Yeah, we're going to get a really nice contact form on your site, Michael. All right, and then, oh, and look, here we can actually customize the email that a person gets. And they also have an email for if a file is edited and if a file is deleted. And if a file is downloaded. So this is, you could get an email every time someone downloads a file. All right, so great. All right, so cool. Permissions. Okay, now this is permissions that who can access these controls in the back end of the site. Okay, translate. All right, so we just have the English there. And live updates. Now, the live update is managed here. So what I do is I click here and I log into my JoomUnitied account, and then it knows that I have installed it on the site and it's connected. Yes, yeah, Michael, that's a good point. By knowing that people have downloaded, but they would have to be logged into your site in order to contact them. Which, if you made people, in a business situation or an organization, if you wanted to collect contacts, you would make it so that they had to sign in order to download, and then you could reach out to them with offers or connections. But then, of course, you're adding an extra step, and so it all depends on whether how difficult you want to make it for people to connect. Now, really interesting use for this is let's say I were let's say I were running a promotion on my site, but I want to get people's information, and so I would make a PDF file that would be called my favorite 10 Joomla extensions, and then I would say on a landing page, hey, here's my favorite. Do you want to get my favorite 10 Joomla extensions? Download the PDF right here. They have to log in to get it. They download the PDF, and I now have their information to contact them. Say, hey, thanks for downloading the PDF. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, here's some other things I'd like to tell you about. Yeah, and so that's right. So in some cases, maybe you just want people to contact you, and of course you can always put something on your page saying, if you download this file, let us know. We're excited to know where you downloaded it from. All right, so quite a few settings there. Now let's play around because there's some things I want to try. First of all, I'm going to save and close here. Now, I'm going to make a new category here. And I'm going to rename it. Let's just call it Power 2. All right, now I'm going to add another PowerPoint file from what I had. Imran used a file load thing. Hold on for a sec. Okay, I have to be very careful not to answer the phone. Okay, so Imran used file download function and allowing people to download without registration. So you have probably had lots of things downloading. Lots of bots downloading, you're saying. I think you're still talking about. Power 2. So let's go here. Here's another PowerPoint file right here. I'm going to download this one over here into the Power 2 folder. And now we've got different files in different folders. Now before, when I clicked on this, I didn't do this before. Oh, so you can click on this and then you can do all of your changes here. All right, let's put this, another description. All right, so we save that. Now here's what I'm wondering. If we go to PowerPoint presentations, this is the one we linked to in the page. That is linked here. All right. Whoops. Okay. So let's close that. If we go to pop that on there. If we go to here, I think I can drag this and move it to that folder there, to that category. So see, now we have two. I've reorganized it in the back end of the site. Now, here's the thing that I wonder. Will this download link still work? So I'm going to go Control Shift and R. I mouse over it. And I can still download it. Interesting. The reason for that being, the reason I wanted to test that, even though I'm looking down in the bottom left, it says Files 63 PowerPoint presentations. 1 Joomla presentation beginning. PowerPoint presentations. But I'm just astounded that that works. Because I mean, I just can't believe that that works how they're doing. I was Control Shift and R refreshes the page. It still has sort of a similar path down below. It says PowerPoint Presentations 1, whereas here that's the name of the folder, but it still is showing as downloadable. All right. The other thing that's really neat for, okay, so we'll just have to keep exploring that. Notice these are two folders here. I can click this here and click a bit to the right, and notice then it indents and it becomes a subfolder in here. So the reason that I really like, well, one of the things I really like about DropFiles is that for managing your files, you can just move things around and create folders, which is kind of neat because let's do this now. Let's get out of this, let's see here. Let's go menu, we'll go main menu, and we're going to open in a new tab. And I'm just going to make a new menu item to DropFiles. And now the menu type will be DropFiles. And what are our options here? A file upload form, a list of files, a place to manage files, or a place to search. So let's make a list of files. Let's just call this, we'll just call this downloads. All right, because this will be a link that we keep on the site as things get added out. Now, the top level category, do we want it to be PowerPoint presentations or Power 2? Well, let's do PowerPoint presentations. All right. Now, I think that we could just do this. We will go to the home page here. There's our new link, which is called Downloads. And now we have PowerPoint presentations. We have no files there, of course, because I moved that one out. Now we click on Power 2, and there is a collection of the two files that are in that folder, which will be really great because now people will be able to go and say, oh, I want to go to the downloads and download a PowerPoint from the previous thing, or from a couple of weeks ago. Or maybe someone will want to download on my site that PDF that I have, or your clients out there, those of you working or on your sites, just somewhere, whatever the files are you want to make downloadable, they'll be here. And this is the neat thing here. Watch, let's go back to Power 2. Let's take this folder file and put it back up in its own folder here. Now when we go back, we can go to Downloads. Now, look, here's other folders, but here are the, here's the one PowerPoint there. Bjorn says, are the files stored in a root directory? Is it possible to change the location? Like you can upload the files with FTP to subfolders, so you don't have to so you don't have to each file manually. Yes, I think. All right, so let's see. Where is this file uploaded to? That would be interesting to know. It looks like, huh? Yeah, where are these uploaded to? Interesting. That's a good question. And I don't know the answer to that. Let's do this. Files /64. Prashant said he used DropFile to sync Google Drive to website. It is set to sync at regular intervals. Nice. Yeah, so there is now Bjorn's question about FTP. I think if you do replace something with FTP, it would have to be the exact same name, and it would be on the server. So I think it'd be doing that. Let's do this. Extensions manage, and install. Let's put in Focal Commander. That's going to be easier to look at the file structure here instead of going into the control panel right now, because it's not on my server yet. So, all right, so we go components, Focal Commander. Okay. Now, where do drop files go? Let's go images. Nice images, church pics. Sort by date. No. Sort by name. Where do drop files go? Good question. Do they go into images? No, I think we did. I just looked there already. Nice page M3 control. I don't think it's there. No worry. Yeah, well, yeah, Michael, that's what happens on the Washington live streams. Then we start to get into a whole bunch of just everything playing around. So eventually everybody gets lost, or actually I'll get lost before some do. Try components. Yeah, okay, let's see. Components. Drop files. Assets. No. Let's go to drop files. Let's click on here. Let's scroll down to where we have this option to get the file direct link. Let's copy that. Let's see what that direct link is up here. Files 63, PowerPoint presentations 1, Joomla presentation. Try components and drop files, yeah. Yeah, components, drop files, but I don't see anything in here that would be that. I almost would want to think file, images. No, nowhere that says files. Oh, I wonder if they're putting it in media. Oh, okay, it's in media. Media, and then here's 63. And there is, oh, 63 ED2 F1. Oh, okay, so they've got, Oh, interesting. Interesting. So this file up here, PowerPoint presentations, Joomla presentation beginning slides, PP, this one here, has been renamed. Whoops, sorry. Has been renamed 63ED2F153E81D. It's been renamed, so somewhere they must have in the database a relationship between this file name, where it is located, and wherever the actual PowerPoint is uploaded. So then a lot of things, so for doing FTP, that would make it very awkward. So it looks like any updating of files, you're going to have to do it through the extension. All right. But that also gives the ability for moving this around and for it to still work. Because the link here inside of Joomla, the link here inside of Joomla actually changes. It stays the same related to what the file is. Basically, so what I did before by moving things around, you can move them here, but it doesn't change. It doesn't make them unfindable inside the article here. I'm not saying it very well. If you insert a PowerPoint or if you insert a file into an article, and then you move the location of the file in DropFiles, the link inside the article continues to work. All right, well, let's do this now. Let's get some more files in here so we can play around with some of the layouts. So let's put this in Power 2. Let's make let's make a new folder, and let's just call this pictures. I'll clean this all up later on, and we're going to make this a subfolder of PowerPoint there. Great. Now let's go into the pictures and let's upload some pictures. Let's go to this folder here. Okay, so basically what I've got here is a bunch of my thumbnails from previous from other Watch Me Work live streams. So off screen, I'm going to select 6 of those images. I'm going to drag them over and they get uploaded. Great. Oh, and look at that. That's nice. There's 3 PNG, 5 JPEGs and 3 PNGs. We'll go back here. Let's just refresh. Oh, here we'll go up to PowerPoint presentations. Now we have this new folder, pictures. And now we have a whole bunch of files that can be previewed. And these are those files that can be downloaded. I think you mouse over and you will read a description somewhere, or maybe we don't have a description. Let's go back to DropFiles. And now let's go to the configuration for Drop. Uh-oh. Oh, did I break it? Let's see. Aha! I broke it. Error. Something happened. Something happened to the database. No, it's back. Maybe that was a temporary thing. Whoa! Whew. All right. Everybody breathe deep along with me. Okay. here we are. Let's try configuration again, see if it happens. Okay, that was just one of those things that happens. Whew. I'm relieved. I would have figured it out quick, Michael. That's okay. Well, normally I break stuff on the live stream. I'm just not usually breaking client sites. So let's go to themes, main settings, the front end. Let's. I want to see load the theme, download. Where can we? I want to pick a different theme for the front there. Maybe it's menus, main menu. Let's go down to downloads. And can we assign a theme here? No. All right. Components, drop files. Oh, maybe we just assign a theme to the folder over here. All right, well, let's assign the tree theme here. And we'll do the same thing for this folder. There must be a place to do this in default. And we'll go tree here. All right, so we'll save. We're going to save the settings of all those things there, yeah. Save settings. We'll go back here. We're going to go to downloads. Now notice we have this layout. Someone clicks on downloads, they can see any of the files that belong here, or they can actually navigate and see files that are there. And I think if we click on pictures, oh, okay, so this is just for navigating through the tree. So you could create links to actual, you could create different links in your menu to different folders. And then if we go, that's that, let's see, pictures, let's see, oh, okay, preview, oh, so there's a preview. And we can download that file if we want. So this isn't, yeah, the preview on the front end is nice. So this basically, this is not really for using for a gallery. This is to give people the opportunity to download things. All right. So again, we could go to here. And here, preview is being loaded. Yeah, the tree would be good if people are going to navigate. And for them to work through dates, especially, yeah, if you organize, and that's a key thing about file downloaders, file managers, is that you really want to have sort of a taxonomy or an organization here that makes sense for people. So maybe you're going to have, this says PowerPoint presentations, but maybe that's going to be downloads, or maybe you'll have PowerPoint presentations, and then, you know, you would have, you know, it's just whatever files you want to make available to people. Maybe you want to have a bulletin for people to download, a PDF of a bulletins. So you might have a bulletin folder that stands on its own with PowerPoint presentations. Or maybe you want to, you know, it just all depends on how you organize things. But the nice thing is that if you realize you start organizing things in DropFiles and it's not the best way that you'd like, it's like, oh, now I have to change all those articles. No, you can start to move them around, and that will just automatically be reflected here because we just added a folder, pictures, power to, and that's PowerPoint presentations. Yeah, so yeah, so that's good. Now let's take a look at Let's take a look at, let's see if we can get this importing thing happening. Because as we've seen here, there are a number in images. There's PowerPoint, lots of things that can be imported and fun. So, oh, that was importing from Foca Commander. Okay, so I wonder if there's a way to import here from what is already existing. I don't think there is from what we've seen. They need to be added. And what we don't want to do, we don't want to mess up the links to the we don't want to mess up the links to this old system that's being used, because right now images PowerPoint from Fishing the Mountains PowerPoint there is we want to keep that path there, unless we could move everything out of PowerPoint into something else. No, Michael, you won't need FileZilla. You'll just be dragging things right up onto the screen here. I mean, hang on to FileZilla. It's a great tool. But yeah, you'll just be uploading your files right into the window here. And I know that, and we'll have to, I think that will still work with your, we'll find a way, because you upload your MP3s as well. So, all right. Well, all in all, that is a nice piece of kit for doing things here. We have a little button up here for download statistics. It shows here just to see what files have been downloaded on what days. So we've downloaded that PowerPoint one. It looks like a preview counts as a download. Yeah, MP3s go straight into media audio on Joomla. Okay, well that's good. All right. Well, let's do this. Is there anything else that we could try to do with DropFiles here? Basically, what I'm going to do is, let's see. So let's just clean this up, because I've left a mess here. Let's delete this. I wonder if the files get removed too if I delete this. Let's see here. Let's remove those. Close that. Okay, say okay. And of course, if you want to delete a file, you can simply, we have this option up here, delete or download. That's nice. If you have a file in server you want to download again, you can copy it, you can paste. So you could copy files and move and paste. Uncheck, great. We can delete. Let's delete that. So we'll leave this one folder, PowerPoint presentations. Now, did the oh, look at that. There you go. It did Foca Commander, DropFiles 63. It did leave that one full. Oh, it did. Oh, so look at that. If you delete things off of here, it deletes the files off your server. That's very nice too, because sometimes it's awkward removing files. You just have to remember that. And of course, the folder 63 is still there because PowerPoint presentation still exists. If we go new, a new category, and go up here and we refresh. Let's see, we go here and go there. I wonder how to refresh this. I thought that we would get another folder there, but maybe it's not created until you upload something. So let's just try that. Yes, drop files can be added in the article. We already we did that before you were on, Prashant. And oh, save the category. Thank you, Bjorn. Oh my goodness. All right, yeah, save it. Drop files. Let's refresh. No, it's not there. Not there yet. Ah, that's put a PowerPoint up there. Let's see here. Jday USA. We'll put this one up there. Okay, save the settings. Drop files. Oh, there we go. Now 67. Okay, so once you add a file to it, then it gets created as a category. Before it's just, I must just be sitting around there as something. I guess that makes sense too, because there's nothing to upload except there's that PowerPoint uploaded. All right. Let's try this. Let's copy this. And we go into there. And we paste. And it's there. And it's there. And again, these are references. Let's see what they do here. So we go 63. Okay, this one's 63 ed 3 starts. Okay. And then if we go to 67, 63 ed 3. Oh, so it's the same file. It's just in two different locations. I'm still amazed that you can change the location in drop files in the ordering, but the link still works on the page. All right, well, anything else we haven't tried to do here today? Oh, not the same at the end of the file name? Oh, okay. 6469. Oh, there you go, yeah. All right, so they are different files. So it did make a copy of it. Interesting. So that would mean if you were to update this file here, using the tool that is down behind me, drag and drop a new location there. So here, let's just let me just do that. We'll do a totally different file. Whoops, I have to drag it off screen here. And that uploads it. So there's an updated version of that file, but that's actually a totally different file that I uploaded too. But that would still work wherever we have it put. And there is the direct link of the file right there. It's in oh my goodness. Let's just copy that. Let's look at that up here. It's in Files, 67, New Category, 9, Joomla Presentation. Now, if we, all right, so we can do that, and it will offer to download it. What happens if we do this? What if we move this up into here? So now that file has a new, I don't even know which one it is. Probably one hit here. I'm going to scroll down here. That link is 63. That link is 63. So that's why, so if we go up here, Let's see here. Control V. 67. This will be a 404 error. Oh, no, it still offers to download it. Oh, that's a mystery. And really not something that we don't have. I mean, it really... using these direct links is something that you probably don't necessarily want to do. Unless you're making it available for people to just download. But if you ever said to yourself, oh, I wish I had a direct link to that file instead of people having to go to the web page and click and download that, you could go and copy that and give it to them. And that would work. All right, so okay. Anything that I've not done here that we should maybe do? We saw where to change the CSS and things like that. Otherwise, maybe we'd start to do the find and replace to fix this. What will we do here? Let's play around and do some finding, replacing, and fixing these links here. So to do that, I want to install DB Replacer from Regular Labs. Extensions, manage, and install. Oh, Ivor says back up first. That's a good point. Thank you, Ivor. Ivor, I asked you if you were back from your trip and I didn't see your answer. So that was way, way, way up in the beginning here. Let's just see. It might be easier because you were away in Vietnam, I know. So maybe if you answer again first, yeah, back up. Actually, yeah. So I actually won't do that right now because, oh, you're back yesterday. Okay, good. Oh, I hope you had a good trip. Actually, with Ivor's reminding me, I won't back up because I won't do that right now because I do need to do a backup. And this is a very large file with a lot of audio on that, so it would take a long time to back up using or making a stage it. So I could just back up the database, but it's not on my server yet. So, but I will. I do have a plan, Michael, and it is all going to get switched around. In the meantime, everything is set up so that. Let's just see here. PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, so let's just tidy this up here. Let's get rid of the new category. Okay. Let's get rid of the PowerPoint presentations that are in here. We'll delete that. Oh, we'll select all. Nice. That's nice. And then we can delete. Yeah, if you replace the links, the person that goes to the direct link will not find the files. Yeah, my browser might... Who knows if it was caching or whatnot. Yes, and I did reply to your email about that that private question, and it's not a problem. No worries. So just to refresh here, how easy it is to add. When you create a new article, let's go here. Let's go clear here. Let's delete this test article. So to add a PowerPoint, create your new article. And wait, can we upload when we're embedding this? Let's see. So let's go Files, Drop Files. Yes. So when you're making a new article, simply put your text of your article, and in your case, Michael, you would put your MP3. That for now you'll still need to upload using FileZilla. We'll find something for that. Although we could actually start using DropFiles for managing your MP3s as well, but let me think about that. You put your MP3 stuff, and then you're going to go down, you're going to click on DropFiles, and you're going to put where you want this. And look at this, this is really nice. Even while we're working on the article, you can organize this. So you maybe want to say PowerPoint presentations, and now you want to make a new category. We're going to rename that, and we'll call that 2023. I'm going to click this and make it a submenu. Let's see here, a submenu of that. This is a little fiddly. This. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I know we can make this a submenu here, but how are we doing it? How did I do that before? Oh, man. Bjorn says if you could change, drop it on the other folder. Changing the order here. I know back here in DropFiles, let's refresh this. Here, you just I know we did it before. I wonder, is it because it's a new folder? And even in the component here, oh boy. Edit. Oh, what's the trick? What is the trick? Oh, maybe I forgot to click the send button. I sent it just before I started the live stream. The answer is not yet, but it's not a problem. Ha. All right, well, back to the article anyways. You can simply upload the PowerPoint, and you can do any settings that you want over here in the right hand side, especially for putting a description if you want, once the file is there. Is that what it is, Bjorn? Let's see here. Let's cancel that. Okay, let's close this. Let's go to DropFiles. Let's refresh. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's not saved yet. It disappeared. All right. Let's make a new category in the in here. 2023. Let's just refresh. I have been monkeying around with this quite a bit, so let's just do this. Let's start over. All right. Okay. Turn my camera on so you can see how hard I'm trying to solve this by seeing my face. Okay. New category, and let's do another new category. There's two. So now if we just drag this, okay, that one made it that went as a sub. Maybe something was goofy before. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Power point presentation. Enter. Excuse me. 2023. Hit enter. All right, now we go back to our article. We can go drop files. We have our folders. Nice. Azim, hello to you. Welcome to the channel. I think this is your first time here in chat, right? Hey, now I've made this new category. Let's just see if this works here. Oh, it worked there. So I don't know. Something goofy was happening when we tried this before. And actually what I did there was, now how to get this out, of course. All right, we make it its own. We drag it down. Yeah, that's on its own. We can collapse this. We move that down there. Now if I take this and move it up ever so slowly, maybe I need to have this open. It's tricky. Oh, I dragged it. Okay, well. Oh, Azim, thanks. Thanks for your kind words. And I'm glad that you came on here. So everybody, for navigating this, you just have to be very careful with your dragging, it looks like. But you can, so whatever folder you're viewing, drag your PowerPoint into there, insert in this category, and oh, what does insert in this category? Select all. Oh, there you go, and insert, and there's where your file will show up. Of course, I think that's just going to show the whole category. Excellent. And we'll have that menu looking quick here. So now this is not going to work anymore because it says downloads number 64 power 2. Interesting. Downloads. Yeah, and there are no downloads to show because we've deleted everything. All right, Michael, you're all set. Of course, if you have any questions, you know what to ask. But anyways, drop files, pretty nice features. And as we've said, one of the cool things too is setting it up so that it routinely is updating the latest from Dropbox or OneDrive or things such as that. Yes, Michael, go ahead. Let her rip. Yeah, do the PowerPoint that way. Do your audio files the normal way for now. Azim, can you finish publishing for files? Yes, we saw that. The options that we have here. So let's go. Let's just save and close here. And this is a file. So let me just upload another file. I'll show you. I have to find where that is. In fact, it will do. Let's just do an image here. We upload that, so when we highlight it, now over here on the right hand side we have created time, modified, start publishing, and finish publishing. So that's very much a feature for the files there. Farrington Development. Don't I ever sleep. Hi, Carl. Carl bought Migrate Me 4 this week and was having some troubles trying to get his site to upload. So he's in North Carolina. How's the balloon hunting in North Carolina these days, Carl? Anyway, so yeah, Carl's gotten some messages from me in my normal late night. So here's the story for the late night right now. Lately, right screen capture. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go chat on right. So the there we go. There's the chat. Let me move it over here. So yeah, it basically I've been getting a good night's sleep every other night. So last night I slept 9 hours and 10 minutes. My Fitbit said I had a really nice sleep. But the night before I went to bed at 5, just after 5, and I was up for a meeting that was at 11. I think I was up around 10:30 for that. So it's just the nighttime is the right time for me for concentrating and catching up on things. And actually, so a lot of the stuff that I do during the day is stuff that comes up or I'm working on. But instead of going to bed and thinking about all the stuff that I need to do in the morning, and I'm not good in the morning. Basically it's easier for me to stay up late and then get a bunch of things ready so it's there for people when they get up, and then I just sleep in the morning. Sleeping in the morning is good for me. So I set my alarm for 10 today. Was that? Yeah, Azim. Yeah. Yeah, we've been going for a while, but you can catch the rerun. That's fine. People can hop in and jump in and leave or whatever whenever it works in the replays there. Yeah, so Carl, you're very welcome. And I had a nice visit with Carl. He's been doing Joomla for a long time. Has an interesting story. Hey, everybody! Speaking of that, Jday USA. Why don't I just bring that up on the screen? Computer rate screen. Let's go here. Let's go Jday. Jday USA is available to register now. April 21st to 23rd in Austin, Texas. I'll post the link here for you to get the information. I am slowly because I volunteered to speak and they asked me to run a panel and instead bring together some other speakers, which I'm happy to do. But then it's way easier for me to just speak than now I have to organize things. So I've talked to some people already. I have to follow up with them, and anyway, I've got some ideas. One thing I can say is that Joe, Sunny, and I are doing a joint presentation during that panel. We're going to talk about something. Topic's not up. We know what it is. But, well, I guess I might as well tell you. He and I are going to talk about the sunset years as Joomlers. Because he's a little bit older than me, not much older. But he's one of his goals for this year is to sort of strike a better balance in life and to be doing less. So we're going to talk just a bit about the sunsetting in Joomla, not the sunsetting of Joomla, sunsetting in Joomla, or sunsetting Joomlers. So that's what we're going to be doing. I've pitched an idea to someone. I have to confirm it with them, but they have a really great website and they've got some really cool. They've done some cool things with a couple of key extensions. So I'm hoping that they will do a presentation of their all-star extensions for that site that they built. I still have to follow up with them. I'll probably call them later on this afternoon. You know who I'm talking to. I have approached somebody who has a tool that he uses in working on Joomla for work, and it's not one that I've ever used or a method I've ever tried, but I know a lot of people do, and so I don't really know that much about it. So that's someone I'm working on. And then there's another person who I've not yet asked yet, but that's anyways. So I have ideas. I have to come up with 4. But yeah, Jday USA in Austin, Texas, April 21st to 23rd. It's a hybrid event. We're really hoping that people will come in person, and it was going to be a great time. April 21st and 22nd are going to be the presentation days, and then for the people that are present that are there on the 23rd, there's going to be some big fun social activity outing or something that we're all going to do together. It's going to be fun. Listen, I went to Forum for the Future in Spain, as many of you know. That was my first experience to get together with a lot of Joomla people, and it was a lot of fun. There weren't so much speakers at Forum for the Future because we were talking about the future of Joomla, and I was trying to, we're trying to figure out how to just a number of ideas for different things in Joomla, but in the community. But but it was really great having meals with people, just walking around and seeing what was there to be seen. That was in Spain, so we walked down to the beach. Making new friendships, seeing people in person. Anyway, so it's well worth being there. So if you can, great. If you can't, then sign up for the video event, because that was really good last year. I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed that connection last year. I was, I spoke, but I was also watching and in and doing stuff. So and helping out. So really, really good. Now, speakers, let's see, sessions. If we go sessions, what do we got here? All right, so this is for, Ian Oliver, 50 useful non-Joomla tools that you can use when designing with Joomla. All right. Dan Dasculescu, sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, adding AI-powered semantic search to your Joomla site. Google for your own data. That sounds very interesting. Kilian Valkov, beyond responsive design, new and future queries, new and future media queries. Michael, we'll see you later. And yeah, we'll just keep improving things there. Robin Clapp, building a business website, hosting using the cloud. Vlad Georgiev. Joel Sunny, ideas for Joomla business maintenance plans and service offerings. Cool. And Carlos Camera, Joomla for developers, how to develop apps. Joomla 4.3 new features. So that's going to be, I think that's going to be out soon after Jday USA, I think, Joomla 4.3, if it's on schedule. Benjamin Trenkel, let's talk Joomla 4 code. Nicola Galgano, a panel with the executive board of Open Source Matters. Yannick Gauthier, podcasting with Joomla, so he's going to do his presentation, which we've seen here. Smarter Than Tim's, that's my panel. Smarter Than Tim's, that's what I called them. Laura Gordon, tips and tricks migrating from Joomla 3 to Joomla 4. Robbie Adair, using AI to speed up your web development. So, hey, look at that. Look at multiple ways to use ChatGPT to speed up your website builds. We've already talked a little bit about that. We're just scratching the surface on that so far. And Elise Foltine is going to be doing a U-Theme Pro workshop. So check that out if there's anything that's really interesting for you there. And that'll be worth it. So, all right. Well, what do we got here? 1240. Let's take a quick look at see if there's any new extensions that are released for today. We'll go on here, check this out, and we'll go to System, Extensions, and Install. Bjorn says, great session day, thanks. You're welcome, Bjorn, as always. Install from the web. Let's go current, newest first. Anything new? Let's see. Here's IWS by Skype button. Module adds a button for quick communication on the site with the login specified in the module settings via Skype. So this is a quick button for adding Skype to your website. And it's a paid version there. If we go to a demo, oh, and down in the bottom right hand corner behind me, man, I'm in the way a lot today, is a button to go, and this opens up Skype. I think I want to do that. Skype. Oh man, which Skype will I do? I don't know. What's the icon down at the bottom here? Let's see. So we'll go with the blue one. Do that one there, just in case that's wrong. And then it goes here. Great, yeah, and it opens up, and then I guess you can chat with things there. Okay, cool. I wonder how much they charge for that. Oh, there's demonstration. Oh, it's available for 4 now. Let's see what comes up here. Oh, there you go. Oh, and then this is how you can order it. I wonder what the cost is. Oh, view pricing. Why not? 29 BYN. Oh, Belarusian rubles. So that works out to, in US dollars, it's refreshing. 1044. All right. Let's go back to here. Bright pop-up. A bright and fully customizable pop-up placed on an animated multicolored halo. Ooh. Sounds trippy. Oh, interesting. It's a paid download. Let's see the demo. Oh, wow. That's cool. I'll tell you, from the description, it sounded a little bit lame to me. But I wasn't going to say anything because I don't want to discourage. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Oh, and look at, oh, and that's for the page behind it that just zoomed in. Oh, and then it kind of disappears off to the side. Here's a, you can get, oh, that's pretty neat. That's neat. I wonder how much that is. Welcome, Tim, to PayPal, and the cost is $22.45, and that's in euros. Okay. For SEF. Oh, that must have just been added, because we have been looking at that already. Oh, it was last updated 2 days ago. Date added February 3rd. So maybe that's it for all the new things here, because that's February 3rd. Yes, Michael. Well, we shot a couple. There's a couple of things being shot down over Canada too. But yeah, I gotta think this with the let's see here. I just think that somewhere, it has to be somewhere in the world, someone is building an elaborate balloon to send up. I don't know. Remember a couple of years ago during the pandemic when all of the out in the middle of nowhere, oh, I forget where it was, in Utah, Arizona, they found that monolith that someone had put. And then people started putting monoliths up all over. I just think that, somewhere there's someone that's making a balloon to send up, which is crazy because you don't want to get planes hitting it or that. But Anyways, yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's quite the thing. You know, human beings just like to talk about something, so have something going. So everybody is all aflutter about balloons. I don't know if it was, you know, sometimes too those things, like the monolith was a really nice distraction during the pandemic. I started watching marble racing during the pandemic. That was a nice distraction to be watching that on YouTube, on Yella's marble channel. But yeah, we do like some stuff. So maybe the balloons have provided a distraction for people. I will say this too, though, that I have no doubt that there are a lot of people out there developing conspiracies or theories around the balloons and wonder where their origins are and what it means. And, you know, that's the world that we live in too. But, oh, Michael, you have a lot of corn circles. Yeah, yeah. And we've seen how those corn circles are made out there with boards and that. But, oh, you know, I found out last night too that one of my favorite brands of dark chocolate on they had this on the news is high in chromium. Was it chromium or something radioactive? Anyways, I eat dark chocolate every day. Well, everybody, I think that will wrap it up for today. Thanks for joining me as I brushed up on DropFiles and got things going here, and that's going to be really nice to know that better, and gets me off the hook for being one video behind to show things. So, all right, everybody, thanks for joining me today, spending time with me. You're all very welcome. You're welcome, Prashant. It's great to see you all. Let's see, get my right button here. So, as usual, I hope that wherever you are, be it morning, afternoon, evening, or tomorrow, that this finds you well. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.